Asante sana jamani, karibuni wote katika hii hafla yetu ambayo tumekuwa tukisubiria kwa hamu sana ya kumpongeza Profesa Karim Manji. Tunashukuru sana kwa uwepo wa waziri kuja kutupa joto. Ameona umuhimu wa shughuli hii, akaamua na yeye mwenyewe akasema sasa awepo. Tunamshukuru sana, naomba jamani tumpigie makofi. Na makofi mengine mazuri zaidi ya Profesa Karim Manji. Asante sana. Naomba nitambue watu wachache tu waliopo high table, alafu nitamkaribisha naibu makamu mkuu wa upande wa taaluma, ataendelea na utambulisho mwingine. Tulionao mbele yetu, mgeni wetu rasmi ni Waziri wa Elimu, Science na Teknolojia, Profesa Adolf Mkenda. Karibu sana Profesa. Pia tunaye mwakilishi wa Katibu Mkuu Wizara ya Afya, Dr. Fadhili Limo. Karibu sana. Tunaye pia naibu Katibu Mkuu Afya TAMISEMI, Dr. Grace Magembe. Tunaye mwenyekiti wetu wa baraza Dr. Harrison Makembe. Karibu sana. Na mwisho kabisa, sio kwa kwa udogo, lakini ni makamu mkuu wa chuo kikuu cha afya na sayansi shirikishi Muhimbili, Profesa Apolinari Kamuhabwa. Asante sana. Najua tunao wawakilishi tofauti kutoka wizara mbalimbali, taasisi mbalimbali. Tuna makamu mkuu wa chuo katika wa hapa, na kutoka katika wawakilishi wa wakurugenzi wa hospitali na taasisi mbalimbali. Naona wote watakuja kutambulishwa. Asante sana na karibuni sana. Bila kupoteza muda, naomba nimkaribishe naibu makamu mkuu katika upande wa taaluma, Profesa Emmanuel Balandia, ataendelea na utambulisho zaidi. Karibu sana.
Asante sana Helen. Mheshimiwa mgeni rasmi, Waziri wa Elimu, Sayansi na Teknolojia, Profesa Adolf Mkenda, Naibu Katibu Mkuu TAMISEMI Afya, Dr. Grace Magembe, mwakilishi wa Katibu Mkuu Wizara ya Afya, Dr. Fadhili Limo, mwenyekiti wa baraza la MUHAS, Dr. Harrison Makembe, makamu mkuu wa chuo MUHAS, Profesa Kamuhabwa, manaibu makamu wakuu wa chuo upande wa tafiti, Profesa Sunguya, upande wa fedha, rasilimali watu, tawala, Profesa Mbugi, na heshima kubwa ya kutambulisha baadhi ya wahudhuriaji katika tukio hili la muhimu sana na la faraja na fahari kubwa kwetu. Mheshimiwa mgeni rasmi, mbele yako kuna wanataaluma, wakufunzi, watafiti wa hapa MUHAS, wanafunzi wa MUHAS. Tuna wawakilishi wa taasisi mbalimbali ambao wako pamoja na sisi. Naomba kwa kuanza nimtambue Dr. Angela Muhozia, ambaye yeye anamwakilisha CEO wa Jakaya Kikwete Kayak Institute. Profesa Pascal Rugajo, Dean, School of Medicine, Aga Khan University. Najua pia kuna wawakilishi wengine kutoka taasisi mbalimbali kiwemo Ifakara Health Institute, TMDA na nyingine ambazo Profesa Karim alifanya nazo kazi. Naomba msimame kwa umoja wenu. TMDA hawajafika, basi they are on the way. Mheshimiwa mgeni rasmi, kwa namna ya pekee naomba nitambue familia, extended family ya Profesa Karim Manji, ambayo kwa umoja wao leo wameungana pamoja na sisi. Karibuni sana sana. Yes. Asanteni sana. So ndugu mgeni rasmi, ni fahari kubwa kuwakaribisha chuoni kwetu MUHAS leo katika tukio hili adhimu. Kwa miaka mingi hivi sasa chuo chetu kimeweka juhudi kubwa ili kuongeza ubora wa ufundishaji, tafiti na huduma zinazotolewa chuoni. Katika mwaka 2023, mwaka jana, chuo chetu kilitambulika kama chuo cha kwanza kwa ubora katika nchi za Afrika Mashariki na Kati na mtandao wa Times Higher Education. Leo hii tumekutana hapa kumpongeza mmoja wa wakufunzi na watafiti nyuma ya mafanikio haya ambaye ni Profesa Karim Manji. Profesa Manji, umetupatia chuo chetu heshima kubwa sana. Asante sana. Ndugu mgeni rasmi, ni preempt mtoa mada atakayefuata Dr. Georgina, si kama shafika. Yes, yule pale. Karibu sana Dr. Georgina. Ila itoshe tu kusema kwamba Profesa Manji amekuwa mfano bora wa hali ya juu na wa kuigwa katika ufundishaji, utafiti na utoaji huduma, yani teaching, research and service, ambazo ndizo nguzo zetu kuu hapa chuoni. Hii ni bila ya kusema mchango wake mkubwa katika uongozi wa chuo, ikiwemo uongozi katika nafasi ya msajili msaidizi, yani deputy registrar, kipindi hicho tukiitwa Muhimbili University College of Health and Allied Sciences mwaka 2004 mpaka 2007, na mkuu wa skuli ya tiba, yani Dean School of Medicine mwaka 2009 mpaka 2012. Hivi mwaka jana tu Profesa Manji alikuwa ni mmoja wa watunukiwa wa kwanza wa zawadi za uchapishaji kwenye majarida yenye high impact factor, zawadi ambazo ulizianzisha wewe Mheshimiwa Waziri na ambazo zimeongeza hamasa kubwa kati ya watafiti hapa nchini. Hata hivyo, lililotuleta leo hapa Mheshimiwa mgeni rasmi ni tuzo ambazo Mheshimiwa Profesa Manji ametunukiwa hivi karibuni, tuzo ya juu kabisa kwa waliosomea shule ya afya ya jamii ya chuo kikuu cha Harvard cha Marekani, moja ya vyuo bora kabisa duniani, tuzo ijulikanayo kama Harvard T.H. Chan School of Public Health Alumni Award of Merit ya 2024. Tuzo hii ni ya kipekee kwa sababu imependekezwa na wanazuoni wenzake toka nchi mbalimbali duniani waliosoma chuo cha Harvard. Mchango wa Profesa Manji umevuka mipaka ya nchi yetu na kusaidia kuboresha nguvu kazi na miongozo mbalimbali duniani ya utoaji huduma za kitibabu, hususan katika eneo la ubobezi la watoto pediatrics na watoto wachanga, yani neonatology. Lakini kwa namna ya kipekee, moja ya mchango wake mkubwa ni hamasa, yani inspiration, ambayo Profesa Manji amewapatia wataalamu chipukizi, yani young professionals, hususan katika tasnia yetu ya afya, hamasa ya kuweka juhudi kubwa na kupambana na changamoto mbalimbali zinazotuzunguka ili kufanikiwa katika kiwango cha kimataifa. Kwa hili tunasema asante sana Profesa Manji. Mheshimiwa mgeni rasmi, chuo chetu kitaendelea kuwaenzi wakufunzi na watafiti wanaotoa mchango wa kuigwa katika kufundisha, utafiti na utoaji huduma. Basi kwa hayo machache, naomba sasa nimkaribishe Dr. Georgina Msemo ambaye ni classmate wa Profesa Manji aje kutoa wakilisho rasmi. Asanteni, karibu sana Dr. Manji.
Mgeni rasmi, ninaomba uniruhusu nisome keynote speech yangu kwa Kiingereza. Asante. Honorable Professor Adolf Mkenda, Minister for Education, Tanzania Mainland. Honorable Deputy Permanent Secretary, Poralj, Dr. Grace Magembe, Board Member, Board Director, Dr. Harrison Mwakiembe, Vice Chancellor Mohas, Professor Polinari Kamuhabwa, Representative of the Permanent Secretary, Minister for Health, Dr. Fadhili Limo, Professor Emmanuel Balandia, Deputy Vice Chancellor Academic Mohas, and all the other professors at Mohas, Muhimbili National Hospital, my colleagues, clinicians, researchers, pediatricians, those are special to me. And specifically neonatologists, those are within my heart. And my colleague, the family of Professor Karim Manji, the wife of Professor Karim Manji. You know, love is endless. But please, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, all protocols observed. Good morning. Thanks. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here for one thing. I'm so much delighted to see my colleague, my friend. I can say this is part of me, Professor Karim Manji, for this special day. And I have to acknowledge Mohas for recognizing this special word which Karim has brought to this country, to this nation, specifically at the University of Dar es Salaam, Muhimbili University. This is very amazing. We thank God for this achievement. Actually, I thank God for this achievement. And also, I thank God for giving me this opportunity to stand before you, academicians, researchers, and present this case note on behalf of Professor Karim and on behalf of the University of Muhimbili University of Dar es Salaam. You know, actually, Karim, Professor, I can say, is extraordinary. Someone who has shown to be a pioneering figure in Tanzania healthcare, but also a dear to me, a friend to me, a colleague to me. This is amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, let me now take this privilege to knowing Professor Karim, since I have known Professor Karim over days when we were in residency, more than 35 years ago. He had passion for neonatal care, and it was very vivid since then. From the outset, Karim was deeply disturbed by the conditions of newborn care in this country. I recall the conversation we had shared together. He was voicing loudly the concern for seeing these countless newborn who lacked the necessary care to survive and thrive. His vision was never small, I can tell you. He always aimed high, believing that Tanzania newborn deserves the very best, regardless of the resources available in this nation. Professor Karim Manji was never contented with mere identifying problems, but was driven by finding solutions that have led to his achievements, which we are seeing today. Ladies and gentlemen, Professor Manji's career began modest, but it was long before his star began to shine. After joining what was then Muhimbili College of Health Science and the University of Dar es Salaam as a lecturer in 1992. He quickly established himself as a pivotal figure in pediatric and neonatal care. Professor Karim was also the Deputy Registrar of MOOCs and founder member of the Muhimbili University of Health and Allied Science in 2007. He was a Dean of School of Medicine from 2009 up to 2012. His greatest early contribution perhaps one that has had a triple effect across our healthcare system, was his participation in the strengthening of the first neonatal unit at Muhimbili National Hospital. Those who were there, by then it was called Ward 36, with 4 rooms, with around 70 bed cots. And you remember everyone, those were, actually that unit was the biggest in this nation. But I can recall the way we slept there with Professor Karim and the late Dr. Masawe, tirelessly trying to save those babies, specifically low birth weight babies, a premature. And they're here. I think we have Professor here who was also born prematurely, but thank God. Yes, it's a struggle, but we thank Lord by then he was able to survive, and now he's a professor here, FVC in Muhimbili. Yeah, this is great. So seeing those, it was actually so if you see achievement like that, seeing that a premature baby can survive and be a very big figure, and provide something, giving out to others, I celebrate Professor Karim so much. So much. Professor Karim put in place the component of neonatal research together with advocating for appropriate neonatal equipment and essential commodities so that those neonates can survive. His work has laid foundation for the specialized care that now save thousands of lives. And I recall how Professor Karim Manji meticulously worked tireless in the neonatal unit, making policies and protocols. He knew that establishing a neonatal unit was not just about physical space. It required a complete change in how healthcare professionals approached newborn care in the system. Having the space, it doesn't make a newborn survive. You need other thing, health system building block complete for the newborn to survive. Ladies and gentlemen, the Master of Science Neonatal Fellowship Program at MUHAS, which Professor Karim Manji has been instrumental in establishing along with colleagues, specifically here I have to mention Dr. Nahia Salim. Yes. They were in the department, and they partnered with a German, has contributed to training of neonatologists who will work across Tanzania. And I recall by then, if not mistaken, when we were doing residence, we had maybe 3 neonatologists. Dr. Late Masawe, Dr. Mgone, I think so. So less than 3. But this is a legacy that will continue long after Professor Karim Manji has stepped down from his former roles, a testimony to the foresight he had in creating sustainable system of healthcare in Tanzania. Professor Karim Manji was the first neonatologist in the neonatal unit to introduce cranial ultrasound, for diagnosing neonatal condition in Tanzania. This was a game changer. It gave doctors the ability to detect brain injuries, infections, and other complications. Here I have to say the intraventricular hemorrhages in those newborns, birth asphyxia sequelae in those babies, and it allowed the intervention before conditions became worsened. Over the years, the results have spoken for themselves as more neonatal care units have been established countrywide at various levels of care, from health centers. I think I have Deputy Permanent Secretary Poral, President's Office. I think what I'm saying, she can recommend on that one. We are having now neonatal care units up to the level of regional referral hospital. So health center up to regional referral hospitals that were not there. This is because of the advocacy, the research that Professor Karim has put into it. Okay. Professor Karim is also an editorial member of the recently established Union of African Neonatal Association. Ladies and gentlemen, as we delve deeper in Professor Karim's contribution, it is important now to understand the sheer scope of his work. He recently led to completion 4 randomized clinical trials and 3 observational studies. When I say 4 randomized clinical trials, people maybe they want to know what are they. 12-5, ZTDT, ABCD, and PSBI. Those were clinical trials, randomized one. But for observation studies, included life, predicting post-discharge mortality, birth weight measurement support packages. He is currently undertaking 2 randomized clinical trials on the nutrition intervention in moderately malnourished children under 2 years. This is NutriMam multi-center study led by WHO and neonatal sepsis and zinc. He also leads the ToolCup. This is a diagnosis of community-acquired pneumonia using the point-of-care lung ultrasound and the validation of the IMC algorithm approach. And the low birth weight babe infant trial and an observational and a clinical trial with the University of Wits, Waterland, South Africa, and Arding Labs of Harvard, USA. His current clinical trial have over 70 research personnel working under him, besides junior facility students who are being mentored simultaneously. This is amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, he is also authored over 260 peer-reviewed publications, contributing extensively to research on neonatal sepsis, diarrheal diseases, vitamin D and zinc, malnutrition, and even neurodevelopment disorders. His influence doesn't end at the borders of Tanzania alone. He has been a key player in numerous global health initiatives, involved in several national and international scientific committees, and works closely with the public health ministries, World Health Organization, UNICEF, London School of Medicine, Tropical Medicine, Hygiene. His engagement include technical consultation on the Zika virus in Tanzania, early child development, research priorities in low birth weight baby infants with WHO, care of preterm and low birth weight babies, continuum of care for sick and newborns. He also worked with colleague from Center for International Health in Norway, Tampere University, International Center for Diarrheal Disease Research, Bangladesh, and actively works with Boston Children's Hospital, Harvard Medical School, and Harvard T.H. Chan School of Public Health. He is also a fellow of Royal College of Physicians, the Royal College of Pediatrics and Child Health, and the Tanzania Academy of Sciences. Nationally, he collaborated or he is collaborating with the Minister of Health in conducting by then Tanzania situational analysis of newborn care in 2019, and currently he is working with the Ifakara Health Institute in the implementation research for improving neonatal care with the Nest 360 consortium. This is a consortium that's actually working with the neonatal equipment and solutions, making sure that every neonatal care unit has appropriate neonatal technologies, essential one to save the lives of those newborns. Ladies and gentlemen, his work has been cited in journals around the world, influencing health policies, not only here in Tanzania, but internationally as well. Owing to which, in 2016, he received the Best National Health Research Scientist Award. And in 2019, he received the International Award for Excellence in Patient Care from the Royal College of Physicians of London for his conduct of zinc therapeutic dose trial in treatment of diarrhea in children. You recall, from this research, the policy of diarrhea management in the country was changed. So currently, in the guideline, the Ministry of Health, the treatment of diarrhea include zinc copac on top of ORIs. This is very good. These high quality research findings are changing national and global policies on the use of diarrhea, on the use of zinc in diarrhea in children. Furthermore, he received the Ministry of Health and Pediatric Association of Tanzania Award for outstanding publications in the year 2023. Good. Ladies and gentlemen, what has always stood out of him is Professor Karim Manji's commitment to mentorship and education. If you speak to any pediatrician or neonatology in Tanzania today, chances are they have been mentored by Professor Karim. He has personally guided over 170 pediatric residents and 25 international students, as well as countless medical officers and PhD candidates. He is indeed a teacher in the truest sense of the word, someone who not only imparts knowledge, but also ignites a passion for learning and discovery in others. Okay? Professor Karim Manji also continued to provide invaluable consultations on complicated cases in the neonatal and the general pediatrics ward at Muhimbili National Hospital. Additionally, he serves as an honorary consultant at Amana Regional Referral Hospital and Temeke Regional Referral Hospital, showcasing his commitment to hands-on patient care. Ladies and gentlemen, in recent years, Professor Karim has turned his attention to public health advocacy, particularly around issues